Assalamu alaikum. This video is only for me, so no need to like, comments or subscriptions. So I am starting with a hadith. Although I will studying or preparing myself for English, but I am starting with a hadith. Not hadith, ayat, Quran's ayat. At first I am saying, and Surah Toha ayat 132. Here said that কোরআন শরীফের আয়াতের অর্থ অর্থাৎ আপনার পরিবার পরিজনকে নামাজের হুকুম করুন এবং নিজেও নামাজের ইহতেমাম করিতে থাকুন। আপনি রুজি উপার্জন করুন, ইহা আমি চাই না, রুজি তো আমিই দিব, আর উত্তম পরিণতি পরহেজগারীর মধ্যেই রহিয়াছে। সূরা তোহা আয়াত 132। অর্থাৎ কোরআন শরীফের আয়াতের অর্থ অর্থাৎ আপনার পরিবার পরিজনকে নামাজের হুকুম করুন এবং নিজেও নামাজের ইহতেমাম করিতে থাকুন। আপনি রুজি উপার্জন করুন, ইহা আমি চাই না, রুজি তো আমিই দিব, আর উত্তম পরিণতি পরহেজগারীর মধ্যেই রহিয়াছে। সূরা তোহা আয়াত 132। আল্লাহ তাআলা বলেন কোরআন শরীফের আয়াতের অর্থ অর্থাৎ আপনার পরিবার পরিজনকে নামাজের হুকুম করুন এবং নিজেও নামাজের ইহতেমাম করিতে থাকুন। আপনি রুজি উপার্জন করুন, ইহা আমি চাই না, রুজি তো আমিই দিব, আর উত্তম পরিণতি পরহেজগারীর মধ্যে রহিয়াছে। সূরা তোহা আয়াত 132। Now I am practicing myself as my English practice, and today I will talk about IELTS 8 suppose test on speaking test on speaking test. I will discuss question by question. Okay, and the first question is how well do you know the people who live next door to you? So I know them very well because they are my neighbors. How I know them? When we walk, when we go to mosque, when we go to office, when we go to a market, then we look at them very a lot. And when I face any problems, I tell them for that. And if there are many, when I get free time, we get discussions, so we know them very well. How often? And the next question is how often do you see them? And we see them every day. Sometimes some days in day or in morning or afternoon, and many times we see them. What kinds of problem do people sometimes have with their neighbors? Neighbors always have advantages, but also although neighbors has also disadvantages, because all persons are not same. Many persons sometimes do any harmful acts. Suppose many persons do steal some things or others, or many persons gossiping bad things, and one person talk to others as illegal or bad, or quarreling. Many neighbors quarrel, so sometimes neighbors are also problem. How do you think neighbors can help each other? Of course neighbors can help each other, because when a family members ill or sufferings from something, then the next neighbors are the main can depend on neighbors, because when you see any problems, at first they call the neighbors. After calling the neighbors, they can solve it easily together with their neighbors. Okay, now I am going to part 2. Here the question is describe a time when you were asked to give your opinion in a questionnaire or survey. You should say what is the questionnaire or survey about that. Okay, I am giving this types of blank paper. They this type of blank paper the examiner will give you, and you will write in this blank paper what you will say, and your preparation time, your writing time is 1 minute, and you should tell it 2 minutes. And the question is, what the questionnaire or survey was that? My questionnaire or survey was that, like, how many persons get a good job after passing from accounting department, this questionnaire, and are they satisfied about their job, and by their CGPA, and how they get their job easily, or is their job depend on his CGPA or others matters. So my questionnaire was so here I can write that questionnaire was about CGPA related with job. Why you were asked to give your opinions? Why you were asked to give your opinions? I was to give my opinions. I am telling something, writing something. Why you are asked to give your opinions? To take their thinkings. Why you are? What opinions you give? My opinions are they satisfied? What opinions you give? And explain how you feel about giving your in this question or survey. Listen how you felt. I felt better. Okay, now I am starting with my answer. My questionnaire was about that CGPA versus job. Is CGPA depend on his job satisfaction, or is CGPA depend on his other career activities? Okay, and I gave opinion that CGPA is slightly depend on his career, and whoever wants to different career position, career items, he can go, although his CGPA is less or more. That was my opinion, and I am very satisfied about my opinion, because I surveyed that many people, their result is too much low or not very low, but the low above as their expectation, but they are satisfied about their results, and sometimes they get job at first, because after getting their results, they dissatisfied about the result, and they get prepared themselves that they need a good job. That's why they prepare themselves a lot for the particular job sector. So many times the low CGPA holder get job at first. That's because they studied properly their job preparation. And I felt awesome, or I felt mesmerizing, because when I give these opinions or get this questionnaire, then I found different items, that many persons are different, and are they satisfied? They are all of them, probably my friend circle or my seniors or brothers, all of them are satisfied about their job. So CGPA doesn't matter. All of them are in good positions as they wanted. So many students go different ways, and they get job in their different policies. So I feel better. So this is my second part, and the third part is what kinds of organizations want to find out about people's opinions. There are different research center. They find out people's opinions. Suppose they are world happiest happiest country, and different, are they satisfied with their overall economic system, or country system, or others. So these kinds of organizations such as will get what kind of organizations? Different TV channels get people's opinions, and different newspapers get people's opinions. And my second question is, do you think that questionnaires or surveys are good ways of finding out people's opinions? Yes, I think questionnaires or surveys are good ways of finding out people's opinions, because questionnaires or surveys make the question easily, and for this questionnaire or survey, people can get the answer in well manner. That's why questionnaires or survey is a good way of finding out people's opinion. And the next question is, what reasons might people have for not wanting to give their opinions? What reasons might people have for not wanting to give their opinions? People sometimes not to give their opinions because sometimes if that was a political issue, then people don't want to give their opinions, because some if there's something right or wrong, he may be face in different problems. So in this situation, many people don't want to give opinion. In others, in a university or in organizations, or in a biggest issues, if they give opinion, then that can be hampered in judgment, or others in that can hurt any other's mind. So in these cases, many people don't want to give their opinions. And next question is, questionnaires in school. Do you think that it would be a good idea for schools to ask students for their opinions about lessons? Yes, I think it would be a good idea, because when students will be asked about to take their opinions about lesson, then they will think that they will give their opinion how they will give in better position in this lesson, and they can give opinion for improving that lessons. So by taking their opinion, the book lessons or ideas can be in a higher position, and they will, when we will take opinion from the students, they will also think about their study. They will think that what is their duty. They will think it very cautiously. So they should give freedom, and they should give a opportunity to give the opinion. The second question is, what would the advantages for schools be if they asked students their opinions? What would the advantages for school be if they asked students their opinions? The advantages for schools ask the students their opinions, that they will inform us what is the problems about the lessons, what is the disadvantages, and how they don't put well, and how manner, or how they can they can do good results, and we can prepare lessons for themselves in their motives. So this is the advantages. These are the advantages. Would there be any disadvantages in asking students opinions? Yes, there also be disadvantages, because when we ask them, they will think that students or child minds are not strong. They are sometimes emotional, and they are sometimes, if they are not right opinion, so that can be hampered in regular lessons or others' mind. So there are also some advantages of them. So my 15 minutes have gone, so I am finishing now. This is only for me, so thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.